Welcome back to Vintage Vera Bradley. This is going to be a look at 3 different styles of cord organizers from Vera Bradley. This one here in front is my oldest one. That is in Itsy Ditsy in cotton, way before any of the recycled cotton, before the rebrand, and behold, it has nice finishing touch of the cord edging, the piping, all around. You know it's Vera Bradley. And then on the inside of this one, it has this little snap thing where you could loop a cord around it. Behind that, it has a zipper pocket. And behind that, it has just an open slip pocket. And then next to that, you have a bungee area that has a larger loop and a smaller loop. And then here on this front wall, I guess, there are 2 mesh pockets. All right, so if you're used to a cord organizer from the signature side prior to the rebrand, at least, this is what you would be looking at. Some of the in-between ones where it's the recycled cotton but before the rebrand won't have the piping, but should have, I think, the same kind of interior layout. And this can hold surprisingly a lot. I was surprised because today I received in the mail this one, which is Wing in Flight. And this is the cotton Gabardine, which I really do like this fabric. It has a nice, soft, tighter weave. Get up close. You can't see between the weave of the fabric like you can on some of the recycled cotton. Anyway, it does not have piping. When it was in the package, I thought, oh, that's not going to hold the same stuff as this trusty one that I always use. And I was surprised. It actually holds exactly the same things. There's nothing on it to tell you that it's Vera Bradley until you get to the inside. But I do love this pattern. Love the pale purple lavender background, the renditions of the different butterflies. All right, so I'm going to unzip it and show you how much stuff I have crammed in here. All right, so on this back wall, it has 2 mesh pockets that seem very similar in size to what I just showed you. And then on this wall, there's just one large zipper area instead of all of this, which actually I don't mind because I didn't really use this loop thing that often. This was kind of neat, this double layer of pocket, and I didn't use these bungee things that often, so I didn't mind that. And I'll show you what I have in here. I have a bunch of cords, a bunch of various charging cords in those mesh pockets. This one's like a 10-foot cord, so it's a big, long cord. And then I have several charging bricks in here. And then I have this extension cord thing with charger all in one, which is pretty large. And then I have this large charging brick, or charging power. I don't know what these things are called. Anyway, you can see what it is. It's large. Then another thing down in the bottom, and then back here, just more cords. So all of this fit quite nicely in the same way that I had it in the one in Itsy Ditsy. So I was very impressed. When it came packaged, I thought, oh, there's no way that's going to hold as much, but it did. And then it just zips up. like that. So I miss not having the piping. I think that's just a nice finishing touch, but I do really like this. Now let's see if it will fit in. This is Manor Paisley from the factory outlet store, and I want to see how it compares. It seems to be about the same size, but let's try moving things over. And what's interesting is it's identical in design as far as you have mesh pockets, one zip, and it seems to be the same dimensions. So let's move over all of this stuff, because to me that's the true test of, is it the same size? Can it hold my same stuff? So let's get that down in there, that down in there. Get these charging cords here. Charging bricks. And then my 10-foot cord. I love Anchor charging cords. They last a long time and are always dependable. All right, that, and then these are the cords that go to that power bank, I think is what that's called. All right, let's see if this thing will zip. I think it's going to. Yes. So that's impressive. Now, I never bought one, but at the factory outlet a couple years ago, I think, there was a version of what they called a cord organizer, a cord something. And it was much smaller than this. I never bought one for that reason. I'm like, what would I fit in that? So the one from the factory outlet, this is Ultralight material, and it is Manor Paisley's the pattern. I never bought a signature one in, what's it called, Performance Twill, because I had read a few people's comments about that the fabric didn't give as much, and so it was harder to fit as much in those. But I don't know that firsthand. So these three all have the same exact capacity to hold what I showed you here. And I'll open this up again so you can see one more time. A lot. They can fit quite a bit and keep it in a nice compact area. So one of my favorite items. I hope that they continue to offer the cord organizer. Well, I just remembered that I do have one in recycled cotton. This is Dreamer Paisley. So it's during the time frame where they went to recycled cotton. Fortunately, something about, and I don't know if it's because there's so much dye and it's a darker pattern, but I didn't notice the coarseness of this fabric. It definitely doesn't feel as smooth as cotton gabardine. But as far as any of the recycled cotton, this was my favorite pattern. Dreamer Paisley. And it has the same setup as the Itsy Ditsy one that I showed you. That same cord loop, that double pocket with the zipper, the two bungee thingies, and the two mesh pockets. And so it holds the same amount as the ones that I just showed you.